Yo, it's your boy Young Gucci, back at it again at the Gooch Tube. And welcome to the first YouTube exclusive Young Gucci video. Today we're going to be doing the conspiracy tier list ranking, where I will be ranking all of the conspiracies I've done so far, from episodes 1 to 31. And of course I'm probably going to do more once I make them and whatnot for different seasons. But anyways, we're going to be talking about how much I mostly enjoy them. I might consider a little bit on how, easy they are to debunk, but mostly not because, almost all of them are fake. 90% of them should be fake. Hopefully. Okay, so to explain the tier list ranking, it goes from the S tier, which I have here as Archons, A, B, C, D, and Lil Versace, and F tier because Lil Versace is a piece of shit, and that's all the conspiracies that I do not like go, because fuck Lil Versace, he can suck my dick and die. Okay, so anyways, let's get into this tier list, baby. Okay, so let's start this off with episode 1, Flat Earth. Okay, so honestly, Flat Earth is, it really needs no explanation. You've all heard it before. It's the most mainstream conspiracy theory. Overall, it's kind of more fun to laugh at, but when you're actually looking into it, it's so fucking stupid, man. I don't understand, but I feel like it would go into Versace tier because it's so stupid. There's no point unless you go into the more Christian angles, but we'll get to that later. But overall, it is a really classic conspiracy theory, so I think I'm gonna have to put this into at least D tier, I would say. That seems good, because it's silly, but there's so much more better and cooler conspiracies out there. Okay, so next up on the list is Smithsonian Giants cover-up. And this one, I have had a lot of fun looking into. I was flat up reading books about giants. I think that's super fascinating, that's super cool, even though it's fake, and I would want to put it into a high tier. But the more I looked into it, it also kind of got a little bit dicey and stuff, because a lot of what I was reading about was involved Native American culture and burial mounds and whatnot, and that was kind of dicey. But if you ignore that kind of stuff, the idea of giants living in America, or just giants in general, that is kind of cool. I would put it in A tier, but I have to put it into a B because of all of the connotations around it. And that's kind of a reoccurring thing with a lot of these conspiracies, by the way, so there's a lot of dicey shit. But I really want to ignore that because dicey shit's lame. We don't talk about that, we're just here to have fun. But anyways, B tier seems like a good spot because I got really into giants. Giants are so cool. Okay, so this is Tartaria and the Mud Flood theory. I'm just gonna combine them two because they're basically the same. I'm gonna have to put this probably at C tier, I would say, because the idea is kind of cool. That there's this giant overarching empire that we've lost that made all the buildings. That's really cool. I love that a lot. But on the other hand, the evidence is just so stupid. That's what they say we explain basements. Oh, your basement used to be taller, but the mud flood, really, homie? And then there was, theories that World War I and II were caused to, cover it up. And that was just wacky. That was so goofy. Basically, yeah, just people looking at their basements and old, outdated maps that say Tartary, and just say, yeah, see, that says Tartary. That's the lost empire. I don't even know how you come to that conclusion. It's so goofy. The concept is cool, but just how we got there is so silly, man. Okay, so now we have Mandela effect. This one is a lot of fun, especially if you don't take it too seriously, because I think it's really crazy showing how we misremember a lot of stuff. And even though I do believe a lot of it is misremembering, there are some that are really convincing in my opinion, the original Nelson Mandela thing. How can people remember someone dying and he's alive? And there's another one where I heard where someone said that there was a Christian pastor that their grandma used to watch, and she was bawling on the phone after this guy apparently died. And then the weird thing is he was still alive. That's really weird. That is really strange. I just think it's really cool too. That might get I'm gonna say maybe a B tier. It's not as cool as like Giants, but like it's still kind of cool. Okay, so next up is the CERN particle accelerator. This thing in of itself is just really cool. Like scientists are trying to slam particles together to like recreate the Big Bang or like make black holes or stuff. That's so cool, man. That's really interesting. And like I also find like the theories around it kind of interesting as well. Like I remember a few years ago there was this video of like these guys in hooded robes sacrificing a girl outside of the Shiva statue at the CERN facility. That like genuinely did creep me out when I saw it. And like apparently, I don't know if this was CERN, but like in Switzerland where CERN is located, there's like, they were like digging a tunnel, and to celebrate they had this like weird dance with like goat masks, and it was so fucking weird, man. That sparked so much shit with CERN because it's the same country. And like the whole Satanist thing, I think it is kind of silly, but like on the other hand, there is some weird stuff going on. So like I kind of understand why people would theorize, but overall, I'm gonna put this, maybe a B tier. I'm gonna put it above Berenstain Bears. But yeah, I'd say they're pretty cool, and I understand why there's conspiracies, but again, just kind of overreacting in my opinion. Okay, so next up is Thule. Thule is super cool to me. I absolutely love Thule. It's kind of like Atlantis, but cooler in my opinion. Basically, it's just like this island that this Greek philosopher, traveler guy found, and no one has been able to locate it. No one can agree, and like, the snow was like, it was like squishy, it was like a pillow or something. That's so cool. I think that's a really neat concept. I love lost lands in general, crypto, geography, places that don't exist. I think that's really cool. We're gonna put our first A tier up here. That might even change to Archon's tier. I love Thule. I think it's really neat. Okay, so we got one of my absolute favorites, Hollow Earth. That goes straight into Archon's tier. No doubt about that. I love Hollow Earth. The idea of some like lost continents, lost lands, and super advanced people living within the Earth is super cool. I absolutely love Godzilla vs. Kong, New Kingdom. That was great. I love Hollow Earth. So cool when you take out all the weird, dicey, racist shit around it. I just want to fly around in the center of the Earth with dinosaurs. That's so cool. Not much else to say. I just love this concept overall. Okay, so next up is Illuminati. I'm gonna be honest. I do not care about Illuminati theories. I don't know. It just feels like it's people just blaming the government when you don't need a conspiracy theory to blame the government for being awful. And like, oh, the Illuminati's watching you. Like, yeah, they have your social security number, your address, your picture, your fingerprints, blood type, like, I don't know. It's so silly, man. I don't know. It's kind of lame in my opinion. I don't know. I like secret societies ideas, but just the Illuminati, I've heard it so many times. That's either I like it better than... I'm gonna put it above Flat Earth in D tier. I don't... Actually, no, I'm gonna put it below Hollow Earth. I mean Flat Earth, because like Flat Earth is so silly to laugh at. Illuminati's... It's almost not even fun in my opinion anymore, honestly. Okay, next up we have the ice wall theory. This is... Okay, at least it explains the problem of Flat Earth. Like what happens if you get to the edge and falling off. At least that happens, and it kind of connects to like other theories and stuff like that. So like it's okay. It's kind of silly though. Still, I'd say it's better because like once you get into the more specific versions of Flat Earth, it's a lot more fun. But still, it's still Flat Earth at the end of the day. I'm gonna put that in D tier above OG Flat Earth because like, actually, no, screw it. I'm gonna put it into C tier because, like, I've seen a lot of, like, fictional maps of, like, beyond the ice wall with, like, fictional continents and stuff and lost lands. That stuff is pretty cool. I think that's a lot of fun to look at. Yeah, C tier. I'm gonna put it above Tartaria, though. Because, like, Tartaria is so silly. But anyways, yeah. Land beyond the ice wall. That stuff is so cool. Okay, so to wrap up season 1, we have Gnosticism. Instantly Archon tier. I love Gnosticism. I think it's a super cool religion to study. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest, the conspiracy theories around it are kind of lame, but just the religion overall is so interesting to me. It also has like the demiurge, which is my favorite form of evil, of him being like a false god creator. That's my favorite form of like evil in anything. If you just take away all the conspiracies, it's super cool. I love this stuff. My homies know that I love this. Not much else to say here. Alright, so that about wraps up season 1 of Ballrat's conspiracy tier lists. I hope you join me next time when we cover season 2 theories. Alright, love y'all. Mwah.